there is going to come a day, and don't blame me, the social forecaster. Just like you don't blame the weatherman for the storm, don't blame me for saying that one day it's going to be an eye for an eye and a tooth for a tooth. A life for a life. And that might be leaving a lot of us blind and toothless, but so be it. It'll be even Stevens. So we can't continue to tell our people to march. We can't continue to tell our people to do these things, then we get an indictment and you undo the indictment. That is insanity. But I want to tell you something. No form of our oppression is permanent. It's all temporary. It's all temporary. Capitalism is a dying system.
Yes!
It's a dying system. It's not really police brutality. It's Wall Street brutality. It's those that want to use your labor to become rich and keep you in poverty and unemployed, and they think that we're going to keep fighting the police in our hood. We need to bring it down to Gracie Mansion. Let's go to the mayor's house. Let's go to Wall Street. Let's go to areas where they don't want us to be. And let's go to Fifth Avenue. Let's go to Macy's. Let's go to Con Edison. Let's go to those areas where they don't want you to be. If they think that we're going to stay here and fight these police without any weapons, don't get quiet. I ain't telling you to go get nothing. I'm just trying to make a point. I'm just trying to make a point. If they think we're going to stay in our neighborhoods against people who are armed to the teeth while they rest in peace, they're out of their goddamn minds. We need to say to this system, if you're an elected official, then you need to be a black, radical, revolutionary elected official. If you want to be a doctor, then you need to be a black, radical, revolutionary doctor. You want to be a lawyer when you grow up, then grow up to be a revolutionary lawyer. We need to have people in here that are not afraid to step to the people in power, because we cannot continue to have them murder us. Murder us. We're not animals. We are human beings, and we're not going to keep trying to plead to you about our humanity. If you don't get it, then one day it's going to be even Stevens, and then you'll get it. Then you'll get the message. So I'm hoping that we can build this rally, build this march. Kamani Gray, just to let y'all know, he didn't have a gun. They planted the gun on him. In Kamani Gray's case, they had officers who were already lying and cheating, and the city had to pay out fines for them because they were crooked cops. They should have never been on the force. Ray Kelly should be fired. Ray Kelly should be fired. They think that we just talking hot rhetoric. They think that we're going to just talk this stuff to each other at rallies. Chantel should be alive today. She should be alive today. You can't keep taking our lives. I'm telling you now, if anything, God forbid, happens to my son, y'all better get another city council member. Because somebody is going to the cemetery. We are at a point now where they have no value for our lives. And the only reason why Kamani Gray's issue got attention, Kamani Gray in Brooklyn, is because some people rose up just a little bit. Some people said, hey, you know, we're upset now. And it wasn't even no riot. It was a few people that were angry, and it wasn't a riot. We know how to riot. That was not a riot. That was a rebellion against young people who had enough. Against young people said they love Kiki, and they're going to continue to fight for his justice. Don't let this issue die. Carolyn Gray, give her a big hand clap. She is a strong black woman. A strong black woman. She said she wanted to be here for Ramarley Graham and his family because she connects. So brothers and sisters, I'm not a sophisticated person. I'm pissed. And I'm sick and tired of rallies, but we got to keep doing it. We got to do it in bigger ways so that whatever we do from here on, they need to know that you're not going to rest in peace, that business is not going to go on as usual. And when they know that you can deliver on that, and it's not just a speech at a rally, there are 2.3 million black people in New York City. It's half of us, just half of us, went downtown, and on 3, we would sneeze, we'd blow the walls down. Just half of us. Not 20, not 1,000, not 10,000, just half of us. We got 2 million black people here. Every black person in this city, when a black person is killed, should be righteously and dignified and say, we're going to do something about it. Yeah. They may not be at rallies that we call, let something happen to them. When that racism slaps them upside their head, then they're going to be looking for us. Then they want the whole world to stop. Then they don't understand why the system is like it is. Well, it was always like that. They killed little 10-year-old Clifford Glover 30 years ago in Queens. 10 years old, shot him in his back. In my community, little Randy Evans, 30 years ago, shot him in his back, said he had an afro pick. He thought it was a weapon. And they said the officer that killed him, Torsley, had a psychomotor epileptic seizure. Now don't feel bad if you don't know what it means, because neither did the Epilepsy Foundation. This man was let go for murdering us. Little Timothy Stansberry and Bedford-Stuyvesant going across the rooftop to a party with CDs, shot him in his heart, said he had a gun. Little brother in Brooklyn, 16 years old, shot at him 11 times because he had a Three Musketeer candy bar. Come on now. Eleanor Bumpus, y'all remember her right here in the Bronx, our grandmother, murdered right here in the Bronx. I was in the court when they came, these cowardly, low-down, dirty dog pigs came to her house, because she was 1 month behind in her rent. 1 month. Went to Eleanor Bumpus' house, 12 of them. They had the long restraining rod. They took the hinges off of her door. Opened the door. They said she had a kitchen knife. They had the flap jackets, shotguns, 12-foot restraining rod, and they said she had a kitchen knife. The first shotgun blast by that racist, dirty dog, Sullivan, the officer, blew off her hand with the knife. And then the second shot, they blew a hole in her chest and murdered her. And when we went to court, the judge said it wasn't premeditated because he didn't have time to think. There was not enough time. How about Amadou Diallo, 41 bullets, Sean Bell, 51 bullets? Enough is enough is enough. Power to the people.
Yes!
Power to the people.